Right, let's talk Liverpool. The Reds are flying. Top of the table in the league and Europe, the side are flourishing under first-year manager Arne Slot. Mo Salah is having the best season of his career, Virgil van Dijk is captaining the best defense in all of England, and Trent Alexander-Arnold continues to reinvent the fullback position as one of the great playmakers of his generation. Still, despite all the praise that these three have received over the season, and rightfully so, a lingering backroom issue threatens to upend this entire run. Contract negotiations. Liverpool's three leading players are due to become free agents at the end of this season. With the opening of the January transfer window, this is the last chance for the club to either sell them to another team or risk losing them for nothing in the summer. It's clear that the club wants to keep the three, but a deal just hasn't happened yet. To be clear, each player presents their own challenges. Van Dijk seems the most likely to stay. Salah wants a longer deal than the club is willing to offer. Alexander-Arnold, however, is a special case. In the reporting on the subject, Trent has seemed the most likely to jump ship with mutual interest between Real Madrid and himself. He's also the only one of the three with a potential new club in mind. He wants to play on the biggest stage with his friend Jude Bellingham and win the Ballon d'Or. Now, whether that would be the right move for him is certainly up for debate. He would go from Liverpool's vice-captain playing in the biggest league in the world to just another Real Madrid star playing in a declining La Liga. Still, losing Trent would be a real blow for the club, and not just for his contributions on the pitch. He rose through the ranks of Liverpool's academy and became the breakthrough young player of the Klopp era. It's not the first time a homegrown player has attracted interest from outside, and if he were to leave, it wouldn't even be the first time Madrid took one of Liverpool's own. With all that on the line, it begs the question, why can't Liverpool finish the job? To answer that, we need to know how Liverpool make decisions. The club is owned by the Fenway Sports Group, a consortium who collectively own a variety of sports clubs. Since the club's takeover by American commodities trader John Henry in 2010, Liverpool have been defined by their statistical approach to recruitment. The club takes recruitment out of the hands of the manager and delegates the task to a dedicated team of scouts and analysts. It's enabled Liverpool to punch well above their weight, competing with clubs with far bigger budgets and owners willing to spend. It's not to say the club have been frugal, but they've been much less likely to give a manager free rein to overspend on superstar talent. Instead of overpaying for big-name signings, they've been clever, buying underrated gems and selling aging stars to those willing and desperate enough to pay an inflated fee. In 2017, the club's data department spotted Chelsea reject Mo Salah at Roma. In 2018, they sold Brazilian Philippe Coutinho to a desperate Barcelona side for a massive fee, enabling Liverpool to improve their defenses. In 2023, they took advantage of the Saudi football boom to dump aging players and collect a tidy fee in the process to reinforce the midfield. All the while, they rounded out the squad with a healthy pipeline of academy talents. That's not to say they've been perfect, but overall, they've remained one of Europe's top teams without the support of a Roman Abramovich or a Sheikh Mansour. That cleverness doesn't come without cost, however. Part of why Van Dijk and Salah's contracts have come so close to expiration is that both are into their 30s. Like Bill Belichick, Liverpool would rather let star players walk a year early rather than keep them around for one more year of subpar performance. This is despite Van Dijk and Salah's form and commitment that indicate no sign of slowing down. That's what makes this process so frustrating for fans. We're seeing these guys give unreal performances. There's clearly plenty left in the tank, and the club continues to drag their feet. Sports science gets better year after year, yet the guys in charge don't want to open the checkbook. If Liverpool do lose Salah and Van Dijk for nothing, they will be victims of what I like to call the cult of cleverness. Basically, when a team becomes identified with a style of roster building and continues to pursue that strategy even with diminished results. Basically, a team would rather be seen as clever than change up strategy and actually win something. Teams that fit this bill include the Oakland A's under Billy Beane, the Houston Rockets under Daryl Morey, and Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. All of these teams employed a philosophy that made their lead decision maker famous. Billy Beane got to be played by Brad Pitt in a movie. Morey ball became the envy of the NBA, and Arsene Wenger turned Arsenal into the favorite club of hipsters the world over. However, the problem with the cult of clever is that you can't copyright strategy. Other teams pick up the winning formula, making it more common and therefore less effective, and refine it. In the mid-2010s, Morey built his Rocket teams around three-point shooting and shots right at the rim. Now that's kind of just what the NBA is. Billy Beane scouted players for their on-base percentage and ability to draw walks rather than their foot speed. Now teams like the Yankees with much larger budgets do the same. Arsene Wenger scouted the world for talent, used data to make decisions, and held his players to a strict diet, all of which rival teams copied. So that's why I'm worried as a Liverpool fan. I have faith in the club's leadership to keep Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent on side. Henry has to make this work. They have the potential to go on a legendary run over the next few years, maybe even greater than the Klopp years. The old giants of Europe are fading. Manchester City are aging and awaiting court rulings. Madrid look talented but shaky. Barcelona are still broke no matter how many prodigies their academy produces. The great Italian clubs of the 90s still have no money. Manchester United are Manchester United. Bottom line, the Reds have a real chance to win great things with this current core. Let's try not to throw all that away because John Henry feels like pinching pennies.